Did you ever get any money from Costello?
No.
So you're also known as Duck Torello?
Every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern.
I refuse to answer on the grounds of made attentive.
You got it?
5 new jurors. Review. Police use of force. Watch them deliberate.
Get any money?
They decide. Reasonable or
Money
not.
from any of those fellas.
None of those
None of those fellas.
How will they judge? The grand
I
jury.
don't even speak to the. I mean, I met that Charlie once or twice. I don't even talk to him.
You don't like him?
No.
Follow, subscribe, and
An
comment.
incarcerated individual's use of institutional telephones constitutes consent, and your calls may be provided to law enforcement agencies. Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Good evening, everyone. It's Friday night, and we know what that means. It's another great episode of The Grand Jury, where we take 5 individuals from around the internet, bring them up on stage, and let them make the decisions. And with that being said, folks, let's go ahead and bring those people up on stage tonight. Our first one is going to be Wild America. Wild America, welcome to the show.
Hello, what's up, everyone? I hope you're ready because I'm here. I'm ready to bring something fresh and exciting, completely different to the table. I am Wild America. I am a platform built for people who are tired of being boring and repetitive scrolling. So be ready for something that feels alive. This is the place to discover new personalities and connect with amazing people. So join the conversation and be a part of something from the ground up. Come join Wild America and see what's happening next.
Outstanding. Yeah, check her out, guys. Our next one's going to be Adam. Adam, welcome to the show.
Good evening. Thanks for having me on the show. I'm excited. You can find me on X at A Karabachi, AKARABACHI on X, and I am an America Mission volunteer. You find America Mission at America Mission _. And yeah, I'm a volunteer with America Mission. We do a lot of civic stuff, civic education. I do spaces in that manner, and that's pretty much it. Thanks for having me. I have a various background, from heavy machinery to IT to banking, and yeah, I've worn many hats. So this should be fun and interesting. I'm looking forward to this, and thank you for having me.
Not at all. And everybody make sure you give him a follow. Go check him out. And our next guest tonight is going to be Apothel Carol. Apothel Carol, welcome to the show.
Thank you. And thank you for inviting me to do this. I'm so excited. It sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, you can find me on X at Kiss My Carol. I am the host for a holistic health space called Holy Health on Sunday mornings, and another one on Wednesday evenings, Unholy Healthcare. We help people to navigate the healthcare system, how to stay healthy, be healthy, and get healthy. So thank you for having me. This is going to be fun.
Oh, I think you're going to enjoy it. Everybody always seems to have a really fun time. And our next guest is going to be David. David, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much for your kindness. I am just one of the people of the United States of America. I'm a proud American and a veteran, and that's all I have to say. Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem at all, David. I think you're going to really enjoy this. And our next guest is going to be Tim. Tim, welcome to the show.
Can you hear me, Big Ron?
We can hear you. You are live, my friend. Welcome to the show.
All right. You are the only person I can hear. Glad to be here. This is my second time. Just glad to be here. Looking forward to it.
Outstanding. All right. Well, that's everybody's, folks. These are real people, everybody. These are people we find around the net that take their time to volunteer their nights to come do the grand jury with us. So let's give them a big round of applause in the chat. Make sure you give them a follow online. With that being said, like I say every night, everyone, the bourbon is cold, the cigar is lit, the jury's in their seats, the videos are loaded, and the clock is ready. Joe, the show is yours. Let's kick it off.
All right, folks, welcome to the grand jury. Good job, Ron. Let's get Jason on the stage, get him introduced. We've got some videos to get to tonight, and I want to make sure we have plenty of time. But Jason, folks, if you don't know, he's our expert witness, has been with us since the very beginning. He's a 30-year veteran of law enforcement out of Minnesota. He's also the developer of the 3D Response School Safety System. Welcome, Jason.
My mic is red, and it's good to be here. Let's do this.
You guys in the comment can vote on that. I say the mic is pink. He says it's red. I'm pretty sure it's pink, but you guys weigh in on that tonight. Let Jason know what color his mic is and that it pulsates. Don't forget that. It's pink and it pulsates. This is true. All right. With that, our jury has had their instructions before we started the show. They're ready to go. Do we have anything that's holding us up before we get to the first video, Big Ron?
I don't see anything holding us up at all, Joe. The chat is flowing good and everybody's ready to go.
Let me get a mic check from Tim. I heard him say he could only hear one person, so we can't have that tonight. Tim, are you with us? All right, you guys behind the scene, let's get him working on. He's not going to be able to do the show if he can't hear. But with that, let's get on with the case number one. Oh, before we start, we've got some really good videos tonight, and you guys are going to be truly challenged. In fact, I think we may maybe even challenge Jason tonight with a couple of these videos. I'm a bit torn on a couple of them. But with that, let's get with the easiest one first. That's always video number one.
That's what we say every week. Video number one's always the easiest. Here we go, guys.
Okay, if you don't want to read this, I'll tell it to you. In U.S. Park Police around Washington, D.C., they get a call of a man walking near a lake in a park with a gun, and this is their response to that.
Do you see anybody shooting or something like that?
No, I just heard it.
All right, go that way, please.
Okay.
She heard it, but she didn't call.
Come on, William 3.
No, I'm 4274. I was on the area, now,
okay.
But the lighthouse is back there. So.
I'm with ID 4274 in that other unit. We're walking back toward the lighthouse.
Oh, they're waving. They're waving.
I copy. They're also advising that everybody ran away from the water, so the male's the only one standing by the water. Again, a white shirt, black letters, carrying a black backpack. Number one male. And it looks like they're trying to flag you down. Copy.
What are we inside the park, correct?
Affirmative.
Transfer, U.S. Park, notified.
Yes, you've already been notified and around.
Okay, question, anybody report witness?
Can you repeat your last?
Anybody has bullfires, have they advised the gate issues to go back faster?
¿A dónde? Allá.
We're going to be limited for the units of the shooting.
Yeah. He said it's back here, but I don't see shit. I'm gonna go left. If you wanna go right.
Wait, sorry.
No, they're pointing this way.
Got it.
So they're pointing to the right.
Number one male, you got French red, black shirt, black pants. Back of the black shirt has white picture on it.
Yeah, that's it.
It looks like
Tony, it's this guy right here.
4224. We got eyes on him.
Hey,
let me see your hands.
Let me see your hands.
Turn around. Let me see your hands.
Your hands.
Let me see your hands. Don't move. Don't move.
Hey.
Don't move. Put it away.
What the fuck is going?
Put it away.
What the gun?
Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it.
The gun.
Drop it.
Drop it. Right now.
Get on the ground now. Get on the ground. Fuck. Get on the ground.
Gun.
Get on the ground.
On your face. On your face. On your face. Right now. Hey, roll fireboard. Get a helicopter.
4274. We need fire, boy.
Fireboard and a helicopter. Check him. Check him.
He might be gone. He's gone.
He's hitting the chest.
Yeah, he's hitting the chest.
No, get him out. Get him out. We'll at least do CPR. You got the gun secured?
Yeah, suspect shot. Yeah, I got it.
You got it? Where's you got the gun?
Right there.
Hey.
Scene secure. Fire boy immediately.
689, if we can get a boat down here, we need a boat. Okay, 23, CPR in progress.
Copy.
Fireboard gets here. Let them know I need a Stokes.
Okay, folks, that's your first video. U.S. Park Police show up to a man with a gun at a national park. They make contact with him. You see him down by the water's edge. He is holding a gun, and then officers give him commands to drop the gun. He doesn't do so, and then he's shot one single time, and he does die of wounds. Are there any portions of this we have questions about, or any portion of the video we'd like to see again?
Did you just say that the individual fired?
Negative. Law enforcement is the only firearms that would discharge a single time.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, the suspect did not discharge the firearm. He held it, but did not discharge it.
Could we go back to where the officer first draws his weapon and approaches the individual? His body cam is a little blurry, so I'd just like to see that again if that would be possible. I'd appreciate it.
All right, here we go.
Hey,
Let me see your hands.
Your hands.
Turn around. Let me see your hands.
Your hands.
Let me see your hands. Don't move. Don't move.
Hey.
Don't move. Put it away.
What the fucking gun?
Put it away.
What the gun?
Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it.
The gun.
Drop it.
Drop it. Right now.
Get on the ground now. Get on the ground. Fuck. Get on the ground.
Gun.
Get on the ground.
On your face. On your face. On your face. Right now.
Did that answer your question or help you out?
It most certainly did, Joe. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Any other portions of video we want to see again or any more questions? Okay, with that, Big Ron, put us up a clock. Let's start to deliberate this. Let's see what the jury really thinks. I'm going to try Apothecary first because I understand you're having some audio issues. Can you hear us, Carol? Okay, well, let's
Yes,
work on
I can. Sorry.
Okay, very good. What I want from you guys initially, I just want your initial opinion on kind of which way you're leaning. I'm not looking for necessarily a verdict just yet. We'll do a vote at the end. So what do you think, Apothecary?
It was not clear to me at what point the suspect dropped the individual dropped the gun, and it looked to me as the officer was approaching after the individual was down that the gun was at a distance from him, and I could not also tell when that shot was fired. Those three were the things that I was looking for. When did he drop the gun? When was the shot fired? That was unclear to me.
It is difficult from a distance to see with the body cam exactly when these things transpire, but it looks like he dropped the gun after he was hit. He didn't immediately fall after the discharge of the officer's firearm. He kind of went down slower, so it looks like at that point is when he drops the gun onto the bank, because it was some 2, maybe 3 feet from his body where he actually fell, is where they found the firearm.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to hear what the other jurors have to say.
Can't hear you, Joe.
Let's go to David. What do you think, David?
I paid particular attention to that. I'm just gonna go with I counted. While it wasn't very obvious as to the gun, what was very obvious to me and very apparent is that man had 9 seconds to show hands, which would be not blurry, and you would see the posture of the arms up, showing acknowledgement of what he was instructed to do. So I pretty much already got what I'm going to say on that. But that's the part I paid attention to was, how long. I counted 9 seconds, and I didn't see hands for 9 seconds, and he had a gun. So
you're saying the guy had plenty of opportunity. You're saying the guy had plenty of opportunity to respond to the officer's directives, yeah?
Unless he was like seriously intoxicated, absolutely. He had time to show his hands. Period. That's 9 seconds, even under duress. Unless heavily intoxicated, an individual, and I'd even say if they're mildly drunk, they do it in 5 seconds, let alone 9.
Okay, that's a good observation. I'll take that. Let's go to Wild America. What do you think, Wild America? Which way are you leaning on this?
Yeah, so objectively, if I'm looking at it, I tried to tally up how many times I heard, let me see your hands, put the gun down, clear instructions on what to do. It was over 15 times that he was told to do something that he did not, so...
Well, that's two of you that have talked about the instructions part of that, but can we use deadly force if someone doesn't obey a lawful directive by a law enforcement officer?
I mean, that is a good question. I think that's where the problem lays, because I mean, yes, it's a horrible thing, and I don't think that they needed to especially shoot his chest where he's gonna pass away. I mean, aren't there other options? But I mean, in a stressful situation, you are given a little bit of grace. He had a gun. There was a reasonable, thing in their head to be scared for their own life. If you're not listening to instructions, sometimes
Well, let
people
me ask you
respond
this.
ways.
You mentioned about the shot placement in the chest. Where else would you have the officers use deadly force, if not center mass?
A leg or something. That's my personal opinion.
Okay, so you're saying to use lethal force in a manner that won't cause or not likely to cause death. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, if your verbal responses are not working, I think that there isn't. I mean, you're going to have to do something alternative, another step. So what road are you going to go down? It just depends on what you're going to do. I mean, I don't think a taser would work as far as they were. So I guess what are the other options,
Well, I mean, really the only option for deadly force is when the actor, in this case a police officer, perceives deadly force being used against them or the threat of deadly force being used against them. That's the only time you can shoot anyone. And I'll say that if you shoot someone in the leg, they could still die from that. It's still deadly force, even though you shot them in the leg. In fact, there's a lot of folks that have passed away by a bullet strike to the upper thigh. There's some heavy arteries there that you're probably not going to stop fast enough. But my point is that once you hit the threshold of deadly force, it's deadly force. There's no reason to shoot in any other spot other than to cause death, because that's where you're at. And that's a question we're asking here. Was it reasonable that these officers believed that's where they were at?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ponder my thoughts for a little bit.
Let's do that.
It's not a straightforward answer.
It never is. And I'll tell you, folks, these type of cases are the most difficult cases we ask our justice system to deal with. We're asking about abstract ideas, the reasonable person, hypothetical person that we're asking you to lay into. So these are difficult. But let's go to Adam. Adam, what do you think?
Man, well, he, like previous speaker said, he did not respond. He was commanded minimum 10 times. He had absolutely a lot of time to respond. You could tell he wasn't deaf or dumb or anything like that, because he responded to them showing up. So you had him turn around. He faced them. The video, I would like to see a closer, yes, he was commanded so many times, but is there that threat? Did he point the gun at them? Was he brandishing the weapon toward them? I don't know the exact law of brandishing the weapon and lethal response. So I would like a closer zoom of what I noticed that the gun was kind of tossed after he was shot, after the shot. So I did get to see that kind of situation there. So the gun wasn't out of his hand till after. But I would like a closer view. Because
this is real life. There's no sound stage for loading music. I mean, you got what you got, and you're the jury. We're asking you to make a decision on that. Now, let me ask you this. So you bring up something. Well, yeah, sure, he had the gun, but he wasn't like brandishing it. He didn't point it at them, right? Does he have to point it at them before the officers would have a reasonable fear?
That's what I was asking, the legality of that. If he's just brandishing it, can somebody apply lethal force for brandishing a weapon? I believe so. Maybe.
All right, hang on. Jason, do you want to try to tackle that? You got to turn your pink mic on.
There we go.
There, it's pink. Now we can hear you.
And it's red. It's action reaction. If somebody has a gun in their hand, I'll go into that when it's my turn down there, but you don't have to point it at them to actually use deadly force. So no, it does not have to be pointed at the officer. It's the fear of the fear of great bodily harm or death.
Very good. Yes, the reasonable fear, that's our only question we're asking here tonight. In fact, when we get to the end, I'm going to ask you, was it reasonable? And that's what we're asking for. Is it reasonable that the officers believe that their lives are, and since there's two officers there, the one officer could think that his partner was in danger, and that's a third party, and you have the right, or you have the right to defend that person's life as well. Let's go to who have we heard from? Tim. What do you think? Our Patreon subscriber here on the grand jury in the flesh.
I think that he was told to drop the gun sufficient enough. There was the presence of a gun. The officers told him to drop it. He did not drop it. The gun could be seen. What else do you need? That's my opinion.
Reasonable fear, I believe, is what we need, right?
I believe it was there. If the officers see the gun and they tell him to drop it, they still see the gun. What are they supposed to do? Wait until he raises it before they shoot? I don't think so.
Okay, very good. Let's go back to, I'm going to go to Apothecary, because she was on the fence. Let's see if she's been swayed one way or the other.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was reasonable for the officer to shoot him. It's unfortunate that he died, but if you're going to not obey an officer and you're going to be holding a gun, I think that it was reasonable.
Very good. How about Wild America? Anything that's pushed you one way or the other?
Yeah, unfortunately, I am agreeing it was reasonable.
Very good. Let's go to a vote. There we go. I'm going to David first. I just need to answer, reasonable or not?
I'm going to say reasonable.
There's one for reasonable. Adam, how say you?
Reasonable, without a shadow of a doubt.
Very good. Apothecary, how will you weigh?
Yes, reasonable.
And Wild America?
Reasonable.
And Tim? Tim wasn't really, he didn't pull any punches. I'm pretty sure you're going to say reasonable, right, Tim?
Yes, sir.
All right, folks, you guys are in for it tonight, because I swear that is the easiest case of the night. But let's post a verdict, Big Ron. That looks like a reasonable verdict, a no bill. All right, do we have a ghost caller?
We do not. No ghost callers yet. Everybody don't forget you can call in and be a ghost caller.
All right. Well, let's go to Pinky Polinsky. What do you think about this one, Pinky?
Joe, that's not a good name.
That's a great name.
It's not Joe. It's interesting. Who dropped the F-bomb after the shot? Was that the shooter or the partner? I'm sure we don't know that.
The non-shooter. The non-shooter responded with the F-bomb.
That was the only thing that kind of made me think. But then again, you have two different perspectives there. So if the partner fired a trigger, his perspective might have saw something that the partner did not. But overall, I mean, a guy with a gun like that, I like them closing the distance and being aggressive, and I like them the verbal commands. I thought the officers did a good job. I was just more curious about if the guy who shot dropped the F-bomb, because that would have changed my mind a little bit. But I thought they did a good job.
I took a drink and now I'm choking to death. I agree. I think that the perspective that we saw on the body-worn camera, the shot actually came from behind him. You had one officer that stood stationary, one officer closed in. And Jason, you talk about it a lot. You'll set that magic line in your mind that if the suspect goes here or we move to this port, it advances any further, then you're going to use force. And I think that's what we saw here. And it could have been just a slight movement of the guy's hands that we couldn't necessarily see at the distance that triggered that officer to use deadly force. And by the way, pretty good shot. I mean, he hit him center mass, and that was a fatal shot there. But with that, let's get on into case number 2, folks. So that was your warm-up. There's going to be some challenges tonight. Let's start it with case number 2.
Case number 2 coming up.
All right, for the ticket for the recall, spending in addition, attention 10, 12, 21, 35, 31 for the light. All the board laws, 44, those charge, and those who make 21, 21, 35. 11, is there any G4 experience that are already during the late? 63 at 16, East 1 by.
Just to let you know, we're watching parking enforcement in Baltimore. He's citing a car for no registration.
It's a pickup order on the tags. It's a pickup order on the tags. You the driver?
No.
Okay. It's a pickup order on the tags.
What do you mean it's a pickup order?
Are you the driver?
No, I'm
Oh, okay. It's a pickup order on the tags.
And what? Not the car, just the tags.
Yeah. The car's going too.
Wow.
It's a pickup order on the tags. Everything is suspended. Everything, registration is suspended. It's a pickup orders, and you can't have a car parked with no tags on it. So I gotta tow it. No.
If they got AAA?
No.
Thomas.
What?
Come on.
No, I'm recording. I've already ran everything. I got another officer on the way. So no, we way past that part. So it's already been ticketed and the tow truck is on the way. Everything. Look at the ticker on it. It's 2 years old. Who's? Huh? Yeah. I already know it's his car.
Why are you saying that?
I asked him, like, I already ran everything. So if you want to get your stuff out of it, you can get your stuff out of it. You got your keys?
No.
Well, could you, I see you, could you pull right in front of this vehicle? Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what?
Yes!
Why the fuck would you get? Come on, come on. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Come on, sit down. You up? Nope. You okay? Stay with me, okay? All right? Stay with me. Stay with me, okay?
Hey, give me some cheers. Give me some cheers. Who's the Get back.
Well, could you, I see you. Could you pull right in front of this vehicle?
Okay, folks, case number 2, parking enforcement in Baltimore. What had happened here was an officer's assigned parking enforcement. He runs the tags on the car. There's an unpaid traffic ticket. You heard him talk about some 2 years ago, an unpaid traffic ticket. And in Baltimore and in the state of Maryland, evidently, they can have an order to have your car seized, take the license plate off, the registration off, and tow the car. That's what's happening here. The suspect in this case, or the driver in this case, they get into the car to get their belongings out, but he doesn't do that. He starts the car off and starts to drive. The officer, for a short period of time, is actually on the hood of the vehicle. And then he shoots 3 rounds, 2 inside the car, and strikes the suspect. And that's how it ended. Any parts of the video we'd like to see again, or any questions that we have?
I'd like to see where the shots were fired again, to be very clear of where they were fired. You said the hood of the car. I'd like to see that part of the video, please.
Can you just start it where he's riding on the front of the hood? Because I kind of want to see.
12, could you, I see you. Could you pull right in front of this vehicle? Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what?
One more time.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what?
That clear anything up for you guys? Going
Brought
once.
one question, but it did clear up what I wanted to see.
As much as it's going to clear up.
Sometimes it's like that, folks. Sometimes it's like that. So, no other questions, no other portion of the video we want to see? Going once. Going twice.
I don't need to see it. I just like to note it, that the shots were fired when the car was going past him.
That sounds like deliberations, my friend. Let's wait till we get to that point. Right now, we're just doing questions. If you have any more other questions, there's the clock. Go ahead, David, and tell us where your concerns are at.
Well, first off, don't try and run over me with a car. Okay. In good conscience, this police officer, even though we could all tell that was the owner of the vehicle, he was very matter of fact. He was polite. He was nonchalant. Even his camera turning away from a large group of people showing dissension shows that this guy was in good character. Okay. Then when the guy starts driving, I see him put his hand onto the hood. And then when the guy tries to run over him with the car, he draws his weapon. Now, I saw that he discharged the weapon into the side of the vehicle. Okay. And yes, running over someone with a car, I think that gun versus car is fair, in all honesty. But I kind of would like to hear what the rest of the jury has to say about that. But that's my initial standings.
Well, let's get to that. Let's go to Adam next. What do you think, Adam?
Well, it seemed very reasonable. Of course, the person was trying to run him over. He was on the hood. He was riding the hood for a minute, and then he started accelerating, and that's when I believe the shots were fired. Question, I believe the shots were justified. You know, like the other person, what David was saying, the officer was being gracious and giving him opportunity to get his things out of the car. And yeah, he showed good, stature there. And he was riding the hood at that point. And once he accelerated, that's when I believe the shots were fired. Did it hit the front windshield? Did it hit the side window? I don't believe it matters at that point. The person tried to assault them with a vehicle. Well, they did assault them with the vehicle. So yeah, reasonable in my opinion.
So it makes no difference that he used deadly force to defend himself against being attacked with a vehicle being used as a weapon, and those bullets going through the driver's side window, clearly to the side of him as the vehicle passes. I think we were at Adam, right?
Yeah, you were asking me. I believe as he was sliding off, that's when he was kind of. I believe if the shots were fired, I'd have to look at that part again to
Well, they
exactly
clearly
see.
went
But
through
I
driver's.
don't think it matters. As
Yeah,
soon
they
as the
went.
person struck them, they could have
Okay.
fired immediately, and he didn't. He rode the hood for a little bit, and then.
But my question is that those rounds didn't go through the windshield; they went through the driver's side window, right? Clearly, the
Yes.
side of the vehicle. That
From
no
what I
issues
could
with that?
tell. From what I could tell.
I'm telling you, it's super clear. I can go back and show you in the video,
Okay.
but it's super clear where those rounds hit. They
Was
hit
he
through
in?
the driver's
Was
side
he?
window.
Was the officer safe at that point? Was he? You know,
He wasn't. He wasn't in front of the car. He wasn't in front of the car when the
He wasn't
when
in
he shot.
danger anymore.
Well, he wasn't in front of the car.
Okay. Okay.
I tell you what. Let's let you think about that. Let's go to Wild America. What do you think?
Well, I thought I had an answer, but then you just turned things upside down on me. So, at first, I was going to say, you know, it is an assault with a deadly weapon. You could be charged with vehicular assault or manslaughter. So, technically, it is a deadly weapon. When he hit the officer, he had the intent of hurting the officer and the intent of potentially killing him. So at that time, if the officer was in danger, yeah, he had a right to do it. But now you're saying, well, he wasn't standing in front of the car. So now my brain is all scattered.
Okay, no problem. Let's listen to some other folks and see if they'll reel you in maybe a point of view that they have. Tim, what do you think?
I think the car was used as a deadly weapon. I think this is a little case of deja vu. I think I've seen this somewhere before, and the same thing happened. I didn't have a problem with it then, and I don't have a problem
Hold
with
up,
it
my
now.
friend. The instructions are the evidence on this case, not something you've seen before. So I've got to stop you there. Those are your instructions. Just
Fair.
the video that you've seen tonight. This
Fair enough. I'm
particular
sorry.
case is what I'm asking you to judge off of.
Yes, I think the car was used as a deadly weapon. I don't think that it matters that the officer was not directly in front of the car. I think it was he was well within his rights to do what he did.
Okay, let's go to Apothecary. What do you think, Apothecary?
Well, what I saw was that he did begin to accelerate and he stopped. The officer was grabbing onto the back of the hood of the car up by the windshield for a time and was saying, yo, yo. And then the officer was, or I'm not sure what happened exactly right after that, but at the time that the shots were fired, the guy was driving past the officer. The officer was on the side of the car. I don't think his life was in danger at that point. I don't know why he didn't just let the guy drive off. To me, just let him drive off. They've got all the information they need to go hunt the guy down. He could have called for, you know, other police cars and tell him what direction he was headed, whatever. I don't know why he shot his gun at that point. That's where I'm at.
Okay, good points. What about Wild America? Does that help you lean one way or the other now?
Yes. I think I'm going to have to lean on the police officer's side because, you know, we're looking at the objective findings before everything happened. You don't want him to end up going and hitting somebody else and it to be a police chase to where you're putting strips on the ground and doing a chase throughout the city. That's dangerous too. That's harming more people. That's putting more people at harm. So objectively, with the findings before he shot, what happened, I do think that it was justified.
Well, let me ask you this. Just in the jury instructions, we speak about an immediate danger, like right now. Is that him driving away? Are the general public in immediate danger right now for him driving away?
If you hit me with your car, then I wouldn't put it past you. You're gonna, I don't know what you're gonna do. You just hit me.
But does that meet the legal standard of right now, immediate danger?
If you hit me with your car, I would take that offensively as if you wanted to kill me. So yes.
Okay. What about you, Adam? You were bobbling a little bit.
Yeah, I, as per the jury instructions, a reasonable lens, and you mentioned Grant versus Connor. There's no hindsight, 2020 in the moment, and that's kind of the moment. And whether what I was going to bring up earlier, if he had a partner and he was on the hood, he had just ran over his partner, and the partner put some shots in through the side of the window. Same sort of scenario, and the guy's trying to escape and get away. He just assaulted an officer with his vehicle.
Well, hang on, that would be a different scenario, right? If you've got two officers there, if you've got two officers there, you've got one that's clinging to the hood of a car, and the second officer uses deadly force to stop that threat to your life. That would be different, wouldn't it? But there weren't two officers there, or there weren't two officers involved in the shooting, or two officers involved in the assault with a vehicle. That just wasn't there.
Correct. So, the justified, he just assaulted him with a vehicle and was putting the threat. The public was at risk as well. There was other.
Well, now hang on. I'm going to pause you there. You said Wild America said the same thing. Can you point out in the video that would lead you to believe that there was a general threat to the public by this actor's behavior? Were there people in the street? Did you see that?
Reckless driving, running over a person.
Okay, well, if our next video is because someone doesn't want to stop for a traffic stop and the police pull up alongside them and blow their head off in the driver's seat, are you going to be okay with that because that was reckless?
No,
I would think you wouldn't be.
But as soon as I'm sorry, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
As soon as you hit somebody, you're assaulting somebody, and right there, I think it justifies it at that point. Yeah, it does.
They're threats to the public, right?
Let me get to David because we're running out of time. We've got a little more time tonight because we're not going to run promos, so we can get into some of this maybe after the decision. But David, you too were wanting to hear other people's input on this. Had they swayed you one way or the other?
I'm going to attempt to shed a little light on it, okay? Simple. The individual had no regard for human life. Let us keep that in mind. Now, yes, when the officer fired, he, being the officer, he was no longer in threat, right? But what if a child were to run out into the street in front of that individual, right? Okay. Then if someone's willing to run over a police officer after lying to them twice, the likelihood of them, especially showing that they're willing to kill a police officer, you would, I in that situation would assume that they were armed as well, right? So I see that I can see where people are going to get confused with the window being fired at, but no, that person was definitely a threat to society. It was very evident in his actions. I'll stand there.
In our instructions, did we say that it was permissible to shoot someone because they presented a threat to society?
It's more just this person showed an utter disregard for human life. So, I mean, really,
that fall under reasonable belief.
I tell you what, it falls under vote time. So. Let's get a vote, then we'll discuss it. Papa Carol, I'm coming to you first. How say you, reasonable or not?
I don't think it was reasonable. Unpopular opinion, but there it is.
Very good. Wild America, which way are you going?
I'm going to go with reasonable.
Tim.
Reasonable.
You change your mind? Reasonable. Adam, which way you landing?
Reasonable.
And David?
I'm going to stand on reasonable.
Very good. That's a 1-4 decision. Big Ron posts the verdict. Another... Okay, I don't know if we've got a ghost caller online. If we do, let me know, Big Ron.
We've got 2 ghost callers on the line.
Well, let's get them both in. Let's get one at a time.
All right, our first ghost caller coming up is going to be Truth. Truth, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. What's up, guys?
We got
sorry
you
I couldn't make it
live,
this week,
Truth.
but I'm glad to. Yeah, I'm glad to catch y'all. It's been a busy week, but I'm glad I caught this one. I'd say it's reasonable, but man, oh man, that officer needs some training. There's a lot of mistakes that he made that could have avoided that whole thing. But that, I don't know if you want to go into that, but it's definitely reasonable.
Fair enough. You think the officer could have had there's some tactical things that he could have done to avoid this situation from happening?
Yeah, I mean, officer presence, verbal commands, all those use of force policies that he just wasn't being smart about the thing. I would have never let that person into that vehicle ever. He could be getting a weapon out. You have no idea. He turned his back on him, and then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, he's starting the car. You didn't take the keys. Like, no, just stand aside. What do you need out of the vehicle? I'll get it for you. So there was a lot of mistakes made. I don't know if the guy was a rookie or whatnot, but my experience in the military, there's no way that guy would have gotten that car ever.
Yeah, I see the point, but also I'll give the officer some grace. We're talking about a parking enforcement. He's going to tow the car. It's not uncommon to ask people to get everything you want out of there because I'm going to tow your vehicle. I can see your point, though. I can see your point. But you think that overall, though, the use of force was reasonable, yeah?
Well, yeah, once somebody comes at you with a car and a vehicle, it's deadly force. It's a reasonable, the guy feared for his life. Absolutely. You know what I mean? But that could have all been avoided as far as my way of thinking. You can call me wrong or right. It doesn't matter. That's just my opinion.
Well, brother, there's not really a wrong or right. There is this time and that time, right? But I appreciate you calling in. And Truth, we're going to have to get you on this show. Last week we had my internet issues that prevented us actually doing a live real show last week. But we're going to get with you and get that lined up. I want you on the stage, and I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, man. No, I appreciate it. I'm so sorry I couldn't get in there this week, but it's good to see you, Papa Carol, and Adam, and people that I know, and yourself, of course. So thanks for having me on for a first-time caller, a long-time listener.
First-time caller, a long-time listener. We appreciate you, my friend. Let's go ahead and get to the next caller. Then I'm going to pull up Pinky Polinsky for his point of view.
Our next caller's name is Chris. Can you hear us, Chris?
I can. It's Chris. It's your Graham.
Well, go ahead. It's your Graham. What'd you think about that video?
I agree with everything that Truth just said completely. And another thing is, I feel like it was totally justified. I feel like the guy starts taking off. He can't even see through his windshield. So that is a hazard to the public. It was just all a hot mess. And yeah, he should have just not let him in the vehicle. But yeah, no bill.
Okay, it looks like our callers and our audience agrees with the majority of the jury. But let's go to Jason. Jason, you have any light to shed on this one?
How's my mic look now?
Still looks pink.
God damn it! I tried. I actually agree. I don't think I have ever jumped on the hood of a car. I do think, and again, too, if you're gonna take custody of a vehicle, it's ours now. What do you need? I agree with what that one gentleman said. With that being said, though, on the other side to it, has there ever been anybody listening to Space that ever had a police riding on the hood of their car? And I watched her when she was in the car, and I watched her actions with the steering. I mean, she was on a mission to get out of there. She didn't care that there was a cop on her car, on her hood. I think it was justified, but I also think it could have been avoided. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a parking ticket. Fine them another day. But the way it went down, it was justified.
What about the shots going through the side window? Clearly, he's not on the hood when he's shooting through the side window, the driver's side window, and the car is not running him over because he's on the side of it. What about that?
I do think there's a, if I'm in that moment right now and she's already displayed behavior that she doesn't care about people's lives, to have an officer on your car and you don't care about that. I don't think she cares about the general public either. So I'm not against it. I just think I would never put myself in that situation.
Yeah, you know what I feel about moving cars. You need to get away from them and let them move. You don't want to be on the outside of them for sure. But kind of the point me bringing that up is that in the jury instructions to our jurors is that, and this goes back to the Supreme Court case that I cited, is that a fast, quickly evolving situation. That officer could have made that decision to use deadly force when he's on the hood of the car, and it just didn't happen until after he'd come off the car. Everything's already in motion. It's a very swiftly evolving situation, and I think that some deference has to be given to the officer on that. And I would give him on this, and if I was on the jury, my vote would be for reasonable as well. Well, let's go back to the jury. Apothecary, you've heard what our callers have said. You heard what Pinky Polinsky has had to say about this, law enforcement veteran. Do you want to say any more about your decision, or you don't have to, but...
No, I understand where everybody's coming from. And the point that you make is that in that moment, the officer, made a split decision. And I can see that under duress, under the adrenaline rush, everything going on in that moment. I was not in that moment, but I can see where he would have made that decision. Again, though, what I saw in that video twice, because we did replay that segment, is that the car was moving, the officer was in front of it, but as soon as the officer was nudged or hit or whatever, he was up on the hood, grasping the back of the hood, the car did stop. And the car did not accelerate again until the officer was off of the hood. And that is what I based my decision on, is, okay, now the officer's not in danger anymore, but he's shooting through the side window. So, but I understand where everybody else is coming from. And yeah, the heat of the moment, I can see where, that could be justified.
And I get that. And I brought up the side window because if you look at the way things are, you don't give the benefit or any deference to the officer for a quickly evolving situation, then you would say, well, technically, you weren't about to be run over by the car. But add another scenario to it, a hypothetical to this. Add another officer down the street further. His partner's on the hood of the car, and then his partner comes off it, and as the car drives by him, he takes shots at him. I might have some problems with that, but I don't think I have a problem with it the way it is now, that in that officer's mind, he had decided that this is the course of action he had to take. And in just a matter, if you go back and put your clock to it, right, you're talking a matter of 1, maybe 2 seconds at most from the time from being on the car to shots being fired. So in his mind, he's still defending his life and believed that he needed to defend his life. And that's kind of where I land on that. But good points that everyone's made. Does anybody else want to make any more comments on this case before we go to case number 3?
Yeah.
Adam, I see your hand.
Yeah, sure. I would say, as the person, the apothecary mentioned that the person stopped, right? They did stop after they got him onto the hood, and then they accelerated, and he slid off the hood as they accelerated forward, and that's when he shot at that point, as he got kind of thrown off the car and shot at the window. It was milliseconds, like you were saying, and the legal leeway and no 2020 hindsight, reasonable in my opinion overall.
In this case, it goes to the officer. Yeah, that does make sense. Okay, we're on case number 3. Am I right, Big Ron?
That is correct. Case number 3 coming up when you're ready, boss.
Case number 3 is going to be a different case. We're going to start doing this every week. It's from an excerpt called, boy, I just drew a blank. Let's go ahead and pull the video up. I know this guy. We're friends. I've been talking to him, but let me tell you what we're doing. He has a good method on using FOIAs to pull videos, and these videos don't necessarily have the use of deadly force. And we like that, right? We don't ignore the fact that every Friday night, the majority of our videos are someone losing their life or being seriously injured. So we like to look at some other types of force out there. And this gentleman has an X account. He pulls these videos through a FOIA request, and we're going to try to do that. We're building, it takes money to do this, and we're working towards that here on the grand jury. The Facts Dude is the name I could not remember. The Facts Dude on X. He's got an excellent X account. He's got a lot of really good, insightful police videos there, and we're going to review one tonight. So let's run that case number 3. We're going to call it the Facts Dude case.
Case number 3, the facts matter.
Gonna catch a couple of tickets. All right, I'm taking your alcohol and I'm charging you minor in possession of alcohol. Okay. That being said, I have to confiscate your license. All right. So what I'm going to issue you is it's pretty much just a couple tickets. One for the speed. Okay. I got you at 71 coming down to 18, but going through Manila you're probably doing 60 and a 40. Okay. I mean you just got a ticket a couple days ago, right? Come on. And you got 17 points on your license. You're not even 21 yet. It's time to slow down, okay? So, that being said, here's the citations, okay? I wrote you for the seatbelt, speed, and purchase or possession of alcohol by minor. I gave you a Manila court date. Gave you September 22nd at noon. All right, so there's that. And so what I need you to do is, this is going to be your temporary license, okay? On the back of this, I'll give you some copies of it. You can contest the suspension of your license, but this is good for 30 days. So from now on, you got to carry this copy that I'm going to give you for 30 days until you can contest the suspension of your license, okay? So right where it says signature, I need you to sign, and this is just for your temporary license. It's not an admission to guilt, just saying that you received that copy. You're trying to go to jail, ain't you?
If I wanted to go to jail, I would never stop. I wouldn't even study the alcohol and I was trying to go.
And that you think that, all right, well, let me see that ticket real quick. I'll be right back with you. Don't go nowhere. Hey, quick question real quick.
Yeah.
Do you remember the wording for the improper use of hazards?
Improper use of hazards?
Yeah, like when people are speeding, running their hazard lights. So you wrote this girl just a couple days ago for speeding, and I just wrote her for MIP, and I was having her sign for her temporary license, and she pretty much just like tossed the clipboard at me. So I'm writing for everything. She said her window was busted. She was just trying to get home. I was like, well, that doesn't give you the right to speed.
You just wrote it for MIP?
Yeah.
Well, she got an attitude, take her ass to jail.
Okay. All right, we'll do that.
Well, I mean, if she's MIP?
She's got a 10-4. She had like a cold bottle of Tito's. It's sealed. It's not open, but it was sitting right in her passenger seat.
Black chick.
Yeah.
And a little, yeah. She had an open container then. I had her dump it out because it was hot, but it was like from the night before, and I cut her a break.
Okay, I'm going 15 then.
Is she by herself still?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'll turn around if you want me to. I'll come back. You gonna tow her car?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. Hell with that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Place your hands on your trunk. Place your hands, yeah. Keep your hands on your trunk, but take like 2 steps towards me. Yeah, let me get your left hand real quick.
So what did I do?
Get your left hand real quick. Do not resist. Do not resist.
I need to call Mama.
No, stop.
But I didn't what am I doing? Oh, no.
Stop.
Oh, my God, this is illegal.
One
I need to
resisting.
call my mama.
I don't give a fuck. Turn around. Turn around.
This is illegal.
Turn around. Turn around.
You cannot punch me.
Turn around.
I need to call my mama.
Turn around. I'll punch you again if you don't fucking turn around. Turn around.
Can I call my mama?
No, we're past
No,
that.
you just punched me in my head. No, okay.
Put your hand.
You close down.
I'm good. Just waiting to take her into custody.
I can't believe it. Oh my God.
Keep her hands there.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
215, that's 10-11.
What did I even do? Oh, can you call? Can I get my phone?
No, you ain't getting shit now.
You cannot punch me in my face.
Who said? Say who?
So,
Said who?
call my mama.
Who said I can't punch you in your face?
Somebody call my mama. Help
Turn
me.
around. The fuck is your problem? Turn around.
Mama.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No. Call my mama.
You're acting like a real child.
You just
Shut
punched
up.
me in my face.
Why do you think? Because you were resisting?
No, I was not.
You weren't resisting?
No, I literally did everything you told me to do.
Yeah, we'll see.
Somebody call my mama. Call my mama. Somebody call my mama. Mama. Somebody call my mama. No.
You just turned nothing into something. You know that?
Sir, you punched me in my face and did the most. I literally was coming everything.
We finna see.
Can you call my mama?
No, I'm not calling nobody. You grown. You 18, ain't you?
You just punched me in my face.
Simple.
Okay, folks, that is our case number 3, the Fax Dude case. We've got a typical traffic stop for speeding, 70, I think, or 71 in the 60. No seatbelt, traveling with emergency flashers on. You're not supposed to travel with that. That's for when you pulled over or stopped. Minor in possession of alcohol, and I think I covered all of those. The officer initially was going to cut her some sort of, not really cut her a break. He was going to cut her some paper, and she was going to be able to go home that night. The suspension would have been minor in possession of alcohol, and minor in possession of alcohol in Arkansas, and it's the same way in Texas. That means you're under the age of 21. You're not a juvenile under the age of 18. So between 18 and 21, the charge would be minor in possession of alcohol. That was in play in this as well. She refuses to sign the citation. She throws the clipboard back, and this is what the officer says, but we can hear it as well, that distinctive sound of a clipboard being tossed or impacting inside the car. He changes his mind at that point. He comes back. He calls his supervisor. He advises his supervisor what he's going to do or what the situation is, and supervisor advises well to hook her up and take her to jail. At that point, she gets out of the car. She doesn't submit to the officer's commands to put your hands behind your back and submit to being arrested and restrained. She fights that, and he does use force against her. At some point, he punches her in the face and the head to get her to comply through pain compliance. And ultimately is able to put her into handcuffs and takes her to jail. And no one's for the worse of the wear, with the exception of the force used. Any questions or any portion of this video we'd like to see again before we deliberate?
If you could play back where he's on top of her and she says he punched her in the face. At that point, that's the only part that when they're on the ground. I know at one point she turns around and faces him, but previous to that, she was saying when he punched her in the face. Yeah.
Place your hands on your trunk for me. Place your hands, yep. Keep your hands on your trunk, but take like 2 steps towards me. Yeah, and let me get your left hand real quick.
Sir, what did I do?
Get your left hand real quick. Do not, look, do not resist. Do not resist.
I need to call Mama.
No, stop.
Sir, what am I doing? Oh, no.
Stop.
You think, oh my God, this is illegal.
One resisting. I don't give a fuck. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around.
You cannot punch me.
Turn around.
I need to call my mama.
Turn around. I'll punch you again if you don't fucking turn around. Turn around.
Can I call my mama?
No, we're past
No,
that.
you just punched me in my head. No, okay.
Put your hand.
You close down.
I'm good. Just waiting to take her into custody.
I can't believe it.
Did that show you what you needed to see?
Yeah, exactly what I needed to see.
All right, any other questions? Going once, going twice. Big Ron, throw us up a clock. And I'm coming to you first, Wild America. What do you think?
Oh, man.
Yep, hotspot, you're on it.
Well, I mean, the way that you put it, you said she fights him. So he says, don't resist 2 times. And he says, stop 2 times, turn around 2 times, and she doesn't. And then that's when the punch happened. So there was clear instruction if you're going from that standpoint.
What other standpoint would you go to? I mean, he's made it clear that he's going to make a lawful arrest, that you could be arrested, you could be instanted for speeding, right? You can still go to jail for that. They can take you right then. Typically not, but they could. So he's got many reasons to take her to jail. He decides that's what he's going to do, make a lawful arrest. He gives her clear directives to get out of the vehicle, gives her clear directives to turn around so he can put handcuffs on her. She spins back around to be face-to-face with him, and this is where he takes her to the ground. And on the ground, she doesn't go face down, so in a handcuff position, she rolls around to be, again, face-to-face, and this is when he strikes her in the head to get her to comply. So do you have an issue with that? Do you think he shouldn't have done this?
I mean, I didn't look at it as she was fighting him. I looked at it as she kind of like turned, in my eyes, she turned around to talk to him. And then he did give her instruction to do something and she didn't follow. So if you're looking at it like that, yes, but because of her size, her age, she's a girl, and is she really being a threat to you? Do you really think that she was about to do something to you? She just seemed to me scared.
Well, now this is a little different than our normal cases. A police officer can use force to effect an arrest. So turn around and put your hands behind your back is the command you're going to get. If you fail to do so, the police officer has the authority to use force to make that happen. Typically open hand techniques and open and closed hand strikes are okay. But you're saying because she's a girl that we should look at that?
No, I'm just saying, was she a threat? But if you're, that's my, we're not going into objectiveness.
Hang on now. I want to be very clear because you're right. For every other case we've seen tonight and every other case we're going to see tonight, no, that's not true. We have another one. But in the vast majority of our cases, we do say that deadly force can only be used when a reasonable threat is being presented to the officer or the actor in this case. This one is different. A police officer may use force to effect an arrest. That's why they call them enforcement officers. That force portion of there, many of us forget that. But that's what they're going to do. I ask you to step out of the car. I'm going to ask you once. I might ask you twice, but there's going to be a point where I'm not going to ask you anymore. I'm going to force you out of the car. I'm going to ask you to turn around and put your hands behind your back for handcuffs. I may ask you once. I may ask you twice, but there'll be a point where I won't ask anymore. I'm going to force you to do that. So, and that's what we're looking for. Was the force that he used reasonable in the set of circumstances that we all saw?
Yes.
Okay, I'm disappointed in your answer. I'll be honest with you, Wild America. I thought you were going to go a different way with that, but let's go.
No, because I'm not judging it on my opinion. I have to base it on the facts. So based on the facts, if you're looking step by step what happened, yes, he told her what to do 6 times before he punched her. So yes.
Okay, and I'm not trying to sway your vote either way. I'm just telling you that I think I need to make it clear on this one, because in most of our cases we're looking at the reasonable threat, the reasonable fear. In this, we don't have a reasonable fear. What we have is a duty for a police officer to make lawful arrest and use force if need be to do that. But it still needs to be reasonable. The force needs to be reasonable. For instance, if he had, say he stood up and he just started kicking her in the head, I might not think that that's reasonable at that point. There may be a situation where that might be reasonable, but I wouldn't maybe not think it's reasonable in this case. So that's what we're asking you guys. But with that, let's go to Tim. Tim, what do you think about this one?
Yes, sir. I have one question. Did I also hear that she had 17 points on her license? Not that it matters.
Doesn't matter a bit, but that's what he did say. He said she had 17 points, and he also called a sergeant who had just pulled her over a couple of days prior to this for speeding, for minor in possession of alcohol, and he cut her a break, had her pour it out. So yes, all that matters. All that was there. All that are circumstances, but does that really matter when it comes down to the use of force? What we saw.
I just wondered if I heard that. No, again, I don't have a problem with what happened.
No problem with that at all. So you're cool with just little 18-year-old girls getting punched in the face by big cops?
I was a 6'1" guy. I still am a 6'1" guy. I got punched in the face by a woman. Didn't feel good.
Man, that's something we should talk about in the after space. But let's go to David. What do you think, David?
Personally, I think that this officer needs to have a talking to. Threat. It was very evident in the body camera that he could have just grabbed her by her wrists and held her. Worst case scenario, she could have punched him, which, wow, she weighed what, 100 pounds, soaking wet. I think I don't find the body slam and then the punch, when it's clearly exhibited that the man is capable of restraining her with his sheer strength, because we see it later. No.
Well, let me ask you, when did we, hang on. When did we see it later? When he finally put the handcuffs on?
When he was approaching the car, where right before the cuffing, he has control over her limbs. It was that's what I saw, right? Control over limbs, which meant that he could have used his own hands as handcuffs, so to speak. And it was very apparent also with his temper, the temper, right? He wasn't, I get the adrenaline rush, I've been there, but he got very hostile. And that guy it was a different weight class, if you want to put it in those terms. I don't know what form of hand-to-hand combat training this officer had, but if he knew just what I did of the arts I've studied, he could have dealt with that with a lot less force than he used. I mean, she was drunk. You got to take that into account. So drunk fighters aren't very good. They're easy to put down. She was weak, and I think she was just scared, and he turned scared into a body slam and a punch. Wow, it was very obvious that he was angry. So
Well, you
I
said
showed
that
the
twice.
anger.
Let me ask you this: what gives you the indication that he was angry? Because he was giving direct verbal commands, or where's the anger
The
come from?
way
I don't know.
the way that he was speaking to her and derogatory, he cursed her, he used profanity. It wasn't in his actual what I would consider, I guess, police capacity, uh, but he was I'll do it again, or I'm, he wasn't apologetic for punching. He could have tried to calm the situation down with, I apologize for punching, or hey, punches happened, you need to listen, anything but I'll punch you again, bitch, like that's, I believe, the term he said. It shows serious aggression. And
Okay, so it would have been better if he apologized.
I'm not saying an apology is necessary, but I just think that he could have used different language to make her more compliant than "I'm going to do it again." Like he was using the threat of another punch as a further deterrence for her uncooperativeness.
Okay, let's go to Apothecary. What do you think?
I didn't really understand the initial body slam. She was resisting, she was squirming around, but that initial body slam right there seemed a little aggressive. And then, yeah, the punch that followed. I will say this, though. I don't think that resisting arrest is ever justified. I mean, I can't really rule in her favor. Um, I think that punching her in the face was a little much, but then I have to stop and say, okay, if that was a man that he was arresting, would I have that same opinion? So I don't want to be all sexist about this, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't know why that much aggression was really necessary. I agree, it was the heat of the moment. He wanted to get her in the car, he wanted to get her arrested. Initially, he wasn't going to arrest her at all, was he? So I don't know. It seemed like it escalated pretty quickly.
Okay, well, let's go to Adam. What do you think, Adam?
Well, the arrest is justifiable. The punch to the face, I don't believe so. The body slam, I don't believe so. Not justifiable. I believe one of the part of the instructions was size. If somebody's so much bigger, and we're dealing with a woman here that's 18, I personally would never hit a woman, but that unless she's threatening my life with a knife or something like that, maybe then I'd be reasonable. Proportionate response is the key word, right? And that's something that we were told prior to the engaging in this show tonight. This proportionate response, I don't believe it was there.
This one's slightly different. Officers are allowed to use essentially one level above the resistance that they're encountering to effect the arrest.
Yeah, her size difference. He had control of her behind when she had her hands behind her back, and he decided to toss her. And then I saw him throw a few jabs in there as well after the initial punch. So it didn't seem right to me. It wasn't justifiable, his actions. The arrest was justifiable, most definitely, and she should definitely be charged for resisting arrest, yes. But was his response proportionate? No, I don't believe so. I'd say not justifiable response on his actions, but the arrest, yes, justifiable.
Okay, let's go to a vote. Let's go to our main screen. There we go. Let's go to Wild America. What's your vote?
This is a hard one. Oh my goodness. This one makes me mad because I don't agree with myself. I mean, if I'm a juror, I am going to say that it was justifiable. But, yep, personally, I don't agree with myself.
Okay, we'll take it. Reasonable. David?
Unreasonable.
Apothecary.
Yeah, I don't think that level of force was reasonable.
Tim, how say you?
Reasonable.
And Adam?
Unreasonable.
got down to it, almost went the other way. That's going to be our first true bill of the evening, post a verdict. Unreasonable force. Do we have a caller online?
We do have a caller. We have Grammy Kate on the line.
Well, let's bring Grandma Kate, our friend Kate, Patreon member. Let's get her on.
Graham, can you hear us? You're live.
I can. Well, how you guys doing? Oh.
Kate, do we have you? Kate going once. Kate going twice.
Hello.
Okay, there we go. We've got you. What did you think about this case?
You got me?
Yes, ma'am. We've got you.
This
Can you
is
hear
very
me?
interesting. I can hear you very well. This case was very interesting, and the jurors are just as interesting, and definitely not a true bill. I have seen many videos where there's a 100-pound girl, and she managed to wriggle out, getting away from the cops and running around and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And when he threw her on the floor and then he smacked her in the face, he needed to get the situation under control because it actually could have gotten a little worse than that. So I don't feel that he hit her hard enough where he broke a jaw or something like that. He just tried to make her, you know, get together, do what you had to do, and that was it. So I don't feel that a true bill is justified here. And also, listen, there's some people out there you really need to smack the crap out of them and get them in place just to calm down and focus on what's going on. But if she was drunk, it wasn't going to happen. So true bill for me. No bill for me. I'm sorry.
Okay, there is our ghost juror, Grandma Kate. She is a Patreon supporter. We really appreciate you. And she says she disagrees with the jury. Is we only one caller?
We've got another caller, Joe. We have Truth Wins on the line.
Okay, let's go to Truth Wins.
Can you hear us, Truth?
Truth, do you have us?
I had to call back again, man.
All right, give us your opinion, sir.
You know, going to be different, but he went from officer presence, verbal commands, straight to open hand. It's justified, man. You never know how bad these situations can get. I'd love to see the footage again, but I almost feel like he was actually off balance a little bit, and that's where his roll to the ground went quick, you know. And we really don't know if he open hand slapped her or hit her or whatever. You just never know. I thought he was actually very polite to her. He gave her the green light. She could have gone had she complied. You know, he gave good verbal commands the whole night. You know, and people don't know, dealing with that every day, no matter how tiny somebody is, you don't know yet if she has a weapon on her. He hasn't searched her. You know, I think it's justified. All right.
Two good points by the callers. Let's go to Jason with his undercover mic. Yeah, you're going to have to say it's red. The rest of us see pink, Jason. The rest of us see pink.
I have no idea what you're talking about right now. I'm kind of torn on this one, to be honest with you. I'd like to see more of the video, but from what I saw, I would say there's a difference between resisting arrest and resisting arrest with force. So I didn't see force on her part unless I missed something. But I'll put my lieutenant hat on here, and if I watch that body cam, I don't like the punch to the head. I don't mind the takedown. Much like if you're a suspect and you're 300 pounds and you're an officer that's 150 pounds, that comes into play on that side to it. It also comes into play on the other side to it. So I'm torn on this one. I watching it first, you know, I did not like what I saw. I really had a problem with the way this was handled. And I think the sergeant actually built him up a little bit. He wasn't there, and he was dealing off a past contact and kind of gave him the green light to do it. I have some problems with this, to be completely honest.
Okay. I don't know that I have as many problems as you do with it. Now, you know, a strike to the head, I guess. I don't know that I would have done a strike to the head, but I tell you what, there's a term I learned in the cop world is that you never win fighting a girl. If the girl gets the better of you, you got your butt kicked by a girl. If you get the better of the girl, then you kicked a girl's butt. So it's a no-win situation. But I don't know that I would have, when it comes to criminal, and we're talking criminal, right? Now, maybe different when it comes to policy and how you want your officers
Yeah,
to
I'm not
go.
saying criminal. I'm not saying criminal. I'm saying policy-wise.
Yeah, I don't think there was a criminal act there. Would I maybe have a conversation about it? But then again, and we can talk about this in the after space. I can tell you about some of the females that I have fought that I made I made a tragic mistake by going in light with him right off the get. But good case, good deliberation by the jury. Gave us our first true bill. We have to move along. Am I right? By the way, these are the lowest numbers we've had in many months. So if you guys out there watching and listening, give us a repost out there. See if we can get a few more eyes on this before the end of the show. With that, let's go to case number 4.
Case number 4 coming up.
That's what him for. Quit walking away from me. You didn't tell me you hit an old man earlier. You're getting out of jail. Quit walking up on me. What's wrong with you? You high?
No.
A deputy bought you that Black and Mild. You didn't buy it.
I know. I didn't say that. You gonna give me a ride?
No, I ain't gonna give you. What's wrong with you? What's your name?
London.
What is it?
London.
London what? Huh?
London.
London what?
London. Yeah, I haven't flipped the unit.
That's okay.
I can't read. It's yours.
Yeah, I'm at 18th and Martin. Quit walking away from me. Come here. You got a problem with white people? Because you hit the old man. You want to fight? I got the right people here. You wanted to swing on me earlier, so come here and quit walking.
What you gonna hit me for?
Get on the ground.
Okay. What you gonna do? Look, you gonna hit me? You gonna hit me? I'm about to. You gonna hit me now? He's straight. You gonna hit me? You gonna hit me?
Get on the ground.
What? You gonna hit me? Yeah.
Force your move. Got one?
Over there. Over there.
Got one fighting.
You freestyling, bro. Freestyling, bro. Yeah, come on. No. Let's go. Let's go. Hey,
I tried.
Let's go. Let's go. Stop.
He's got my gun. Hold the neck.
I got no gun. You tripping. You're tripping. You can't let me freestyle. 43. I got 45. Yeah. What the? 43. Man down. Man down. Oh!
Yep.
Yeah, they got me one time.
I'll say the fuck out of enforcer.
All right, roll over. Roll over. Damn, bro. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back. All right, you can clear.
What am I on? I'm not getting. You can clear. We got one in custody. Start brought me Mims and a supervisor. Come here. I went through every single taser cartridge possible.
I tased him.
No, my taser quit working. That's what happened.
I busted him a couple times and I tased him.
Yes, 10-4.
Case number 4, we've got some more head punching going on, but they made contact with this individual. He'd been released from the jail sometime earlier that same day and had punched a bystander on the sidewalk. So enforcement officers went to find him, and they located him on this street and to take him into custody again. And we saw what happened with that. Are there any questions we have on this? Any portions of the video we'd like to see again? I'm seeing some heads. No, don't need to see any more of this. No? Once? Twice?
Would like, can you just, after she said, do you want to swing? I think that's what she said.
Do you want to swing? I think we're probably about somewhere right here. Let's try this.
You want to fight? I got the right people here. You wanted to swing on me earlier, so come here and quit walking.
What you gonna hit me for?
Get on the ground.
Okay. What you gonna do? Look, you gonna hit me? You gonna hit me? I'm about to. You gonna hit me? You gonna hit me now? He's great. You gonna hit me? You gonna hit me?
Get on the ground.
What? You gonna hit me? Yeah.
Force your move. Got one?
Over there. Over there.
Got one fighting.
You freestyling, bro. Freestyling, bro. Yeah, come on. Go. Let's go. Let's go. Taser.
I tried.
Let's go.
Okay, did that help you out?
Yes, thank you.
Let's put up a clock, Big Ron. Let's go to you first, David. What do you think?
Always go to me first there, buddy. You picking on me? And that microphone
I am.
is not,
Yes, I am.
It's 5 shades of pink. But that being said, I'm gonna say that I think that I'm gonna say that those officers they did an excellent job. I see that there was some mistakes made. I've yet to, I've seen them in every one so far, but this one, I think that they could have used a little more caution. But I mean, to be honest, that guy showed forcibly resistance to arrest, and then started taunting the police officer on his skills in fisticuffs. I think he got off lucky, to be quite honest. Things could have escalated a lot worse. So I'm going to say that I saw that those officers were level-headed. Even the one doing the swinging kept his composure. So this is an easy justify for me.
Okay, let's go to Apothecary. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, that was justified for sure.
Okay. Tim, what's your opinion?
My opinion is that the gentleman got what he deserved. He resisted. They let him hear the tasers charge up, and it just seemed to make him madder. And he resisted even more. I don't have a problem.
Okay. Wild America, what side of the fence are you on this one?
I'm gonna just spice things up and just say I felt like they were taunting him. I'm a little confused at why I felt like they were antagonizing him at the beginning. Just the way they were. I don't know. I feel like they could have handled it a little bit different. There was like a really big pause of him standing there with his hands up. Are you going to hit me? Nothing happened. And then like, I feel like something could have been done in that moment before he decided to react. Yes, then he reacted, and things got out of control. But I don't know. I mean, I don't think it went well.
Okay. Adam, which way are you leaning?
Justifiable. You know, first off, the guy swung at a civilian. He swung at the officer, the lady officer that was pursuing him. And then when the other officer pulled up on him, he had the taser pointed at him, and she was pointing a taser at him as well. Once he went to put the taser away, he put the taser away and went to arrest him. The suspect reached out and grabbed the officer's arms and started, you know, fisticuffs at that point. And he's like, "You want to freestyle with me?" Yeah, he was there to fight. So justifiable. Yeah.
So you think the suspect egged that on, was there to, he was going to go with the fight, and he got what he wanted?
Yeah. He was looking for a fight, swinging on civilians. He swung on that first officer. She claims we didn't see that part, but yeah, I'll take her word on it from his actions. His actions speak louder than her words.
Okay, Tim, what do you think?
Reasonable.
Okay. Now, earlier, you guys were talking about the demeanor of the officer, that he seemed like he had some anger issues, and rage, I think, was even used coming out. We didn't see that in this same scenario. I mean, what about the female officer who's taunting, saying, you know, you don't like white people. If you want to fight, we got the right people to do that. No issues with that?
Well, I can say this. I think that I personally think that she made a number of mistakes. Like rookie, you know, I would, you know, say that she needs to talk to the lieutenant. But I found other than her, but by the way, she was swung on. We got to keep that in mind, you know, and I'm going to take her word for it.
When did you see that she was swung on?
I'm basing that off the simple fact that the man showed that he liked to swing. That was very obvious. And as Adam pointed out, she said, "You swung on me earlier." So there's the possibility she had adrenaline running, right? But even still, you know, she did say, "Hey, if you want to fight, I got some people." So there was a little provocation. But at the same time, what she knew was the guy had punched an old man. I heard that part. Old white man, I think. And straight up, after that, I really think that that dude got off lucky, because, you know, he could have gone for a knife. He could have done many possibilities in what I saw. And I'm going to commend the officers on that. I would have a short talk with the female officer about
but hang on,
provocation
you
and
guys,
such.
you're going into a lot of like what a police officer ought to do, and I'll tell you now that no grand jury's ever been seated to ask the grand jury's opinion on law enforcement techniques. So that's not really the question here. It's was the force reasonable? And it sounds like all you guys are saying yes on that, but that's really the question. Was the force reasonable by both the female officer and the responding officer who actually got into a physical altercation with this person? So, and I'm hearing, I've heard that from each and every one of you, that we feel like this was reasonable and warranted. Yeah. Do I have any dissenters on that? No dissenters. Let's go ahead and go to a vote. Adam, coming to you first.
Justifiable.
Reasonable or not?
Reasonable.
Yes. He says reasonable. Tim.
Reasonable.
He chimes in with reasonable. Apothecary.
Reasonable.
Very good. David.
I'm reasonable.
And Wild America.
I don't like how it happened. I'm gonna say reasonable, but yeah, we can talk later.
Is this another vote that you're gonna vote reasonable, but you hate yourself for doing it?
Exactly.
Okay.
If I'm a
Very
juror,
good.
yes, reasonable.
Let's post the verdict. All right, we got a caller. We'll take one real quick, but we're getting short on time. I want to make sure I go to Jason, and we have enough time for our 5th video. Do we have a caller?
I don't think we have a caller at this time. Joe, go ahead and go to Jason.
Let's go to Pinky Polinsky. What do you think about this one?
I had a sign I was going to put on my mic. but I decided not to. Anyway, I don't think it was reasonable enough, to be honest with you. I saw this coming the minute she started that stare he was giving her. Everything in his body language, that call was going bad. I don't think the response was reasonable enough. They should have got, when he started running, they should have taken him down right there. I think more force was needed, to be honest with you.
Okay, I don't have a problem with the actual use of force necessarily. And I'm going to do what I told Davey we're not here to do, is judge the techniques. But I think the female officer, where was the de-escalation? Everybody likes to scream about that, but there was absolutely none in this. When the male officer pulled up, he comes out with the taser. He pockets the taser to go face-to-face, hands-on, and that's just a bad technique. If the guy did have a knife or any other type of implement, you've kind of got yourself exposed. You're not bladed. You're face-to-face. Both your hands are involved in a fight, essentially, in your face. So I don't disagree with the jury on the force, but I did not like what I saw on the police officers as far as professionalism. And it sounds like there was some history with this guy. And it's one of those where you kind of wanted to punch him in the face. But I don't believe that police officers show up to any call and take on a physical altercation, like let's fight like we're in a bar. I think that is the wrong place for it. And remember, a police officer represents the government. I don't have to fight the government in a bar, and I don't have to fight him in a bar fight. But and I get what you're saying, Jason. I don't disagree with that. You're talking about some POP, and that does exist. But I think if we're just looking at the professionalism of the officers, I think it was lacking on this one. And if I was a supervisor, I would have to sit down with both of those. And I don't know about the female. I don't know that she would actually make it through that, to be honest with you. That's my opinion.
I agree. I think use of force was carried out too long. They let, like I said, I saw this coming when the video first started. His demeanor, this is not going good.
Yeah, no, he had fight in him. It was going to be a fight. And also, I don't know that I believe her when she said she went through all of her cartridges. I don't know that she deployed the taser. Well, I heard it click once. I don't know that I heard her run through it all.
No, once again, tasers work great.
Well, they didn't even try, man. The guy gets out of the car, he puts the taser up so he can go fist up with him. But end of the day, they get the guy, and I don't disagree with the jury's decision. Where we at case number 5? Let's run it fast. Hang on, does somebody have something to say? Somebody have something to say real quick? All right, case number 5, let's get to it.
And information presented may be graphic. When an officer uses force to arrest someone or to defend against an attack, it can be disturbing and difficult to watch. Viewer discretion is advised. At 10:45 p.m. on August 11th, patrol officers were dispatched to a residence in the 1100 block of Westdale Drive. The victim, who is in a domestic relationship with Bennett, placed an emergency call to the GSO Communications Center, reporting that Bennett battered him. When police officers arrived on scene 3 minutes later, the domestic battery victim, who had suffered minor physical injuries, met them outside of the residence.
What's going on?
I was with my girlfriend.
She's still in there.
Yeah, she has a knife.
Beautiful. I go 361 for 94. She's got a knife. Hey, drop whatever's in your hands. Drop whatever's in your hands. Okay, drop whatever is in your hands. All of it. Drop what is in your hands. Let's do it. Go ahead. Kill me. He just fucking did all. Give me 1033. She's got a knife. Hey, put the knife down. Put the knife down. Stop. Put the knife down. Back up. Back up. Put the knife down. 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 Hey, drop the
Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop it! Drop it! Drop the knife! Drop the fucking knife! Hey, put the fucking knife down! You're good, you're good. Drop the knife! Hey, put the knife down. You're gonna get shot. Drop the knife. No, not with the knife. I go 164, shots fired by myself. I need another unit here. Yeah, unit's coming. Ma'am, drop the knife and we're gonna come give you medicals. Ma'am, drop the knife. Drop the knife so the rescue can get to you. Ma'am, drop the knife. We're gonna come and give you medical aid, okay? I need you to drop the knife. Ma'am, I need you to drop the knife. I go 164, we're 77, sir. We just need another unit. She won't drop the knife. Ma'am, I just need you to drop the knife so we can get you some medical attention. All right. Hey, can you move up? We're gonna go. I'll keep lethal. You go non-lethal. Hey, I'll go hands. Let me put some gloves on. Maria, can you go non-lethal? Alright. You ready to move up? Ma'am, back up, please. Back up. Please back up into the house. Alright. Move on. Ready? You good? Alright, go. Ma'am, do not reach for the knife. Alright. You got medical? Yeah. Alright, you're good, you're good. With him? Yeah, there's two people in the house.
Next, you will see footage captured by the body-worn camera worn by Officer Starling. Officer Starling was the second officer on scene. In this footage, you will see Bennett on the ground, injured and still armed with a knife. You will see Bennett attempt to stand up again with the knife despite the officer's repeated commands to drop the knife. Then you will see the second shot fired. You will see the officers take Bennett into custody, after which paramedics begin rendering emergency medical aid to Bennett.
I don't believe you're going to hear the shot on this. It's before he's during the buffer when he first arrives. So pay attention to the suspect. When she raises up is when the shot's fired.
Put the knife down! Hey, drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop it! Drop it! Hey, drop the knife! Drop the fucking knife! Hey, put the fucking knife down! Drop the knife! Hey, put the knife down. You're gonna get shot.
Kill me. I'll kill you.
Drop the knife.
No. Dad.
You want me to move up on her?
No. Not with the knife.
Shots fired. By myself. I need another unit here. Ma'am, drop the knife and we're gonna come give you medicals. Ma'am, drop the knife. Drop the knife so the rescue can get to you. Ma'am, drop the knife. We're gonna come and give you medical aid, okay? I need you to drop the knife. Ma'am, I need you to drop the knife. I go 164, we're 77, sir. We just need another unit. She won't drop the knife. Ma'am, I just need you to drop the knife so we can get you some medical attention. Alright, who's that pulling up? Alright. Somebody just pull up. Yeah, yeah, we're good. We're gonna go. I'll keep lethal, you go non-lethal. Hey, I'll go hands. Let me put some gloves on. Maria, can you go non-lethal? Alright. You ready to move up? Ma'am, back up, please. Back up. Please back up into the house. Alright, let's move up. You ready?
Okay, all that's from Big Ron's hometown, Jacksonville, Florida. But we're not going to go any questions. Put us up a clock, Big Ron. Let's go through and get a vote. Coming to you first, Apothecary. What do you think?
I did not see what was happening at the moment that she got shot. I understand she had a knife in her hand, but I did not see what prompted them to shoot her. So I'm not sure about this.
Is the knife not enough?
Well, she was holding a knife, and but was she running towards them with it? Was she holding it up to some other person? Like I don't know.
Let me ask you this:
shot.
How far away do you think she was when they shot her? Just in feet from the officer to her. Just guess how far you think.
Well, from the second portion of the video, after that lady police officer came and introduced, the other angle, it looked to me like she was maybe 10 feet, 12 feet. Yeah, she could have charged them with it. I understand that. And if that's the case, then yes, it was definitely justified.
Okay, let's go to Adam. What do you think, sir?
To be honest, I gotta see more. I gotta see more of the footage. I appreciate the second angle. Gave a better perspective of her range. But I believe she was at the doorstep, which would have been like 20 feet from the back end of that car, something like that. I didn't see her charge to get shot. And I saw her drop some things on the floor initially, but she didn't drop the knife, which is what she was commanded to do. Proportionate response I go to. Did she charge? I'd have to see additional footage. I didn't see that in the second angle.
Well, let me ask you this.
To hear the shot.
Let me ask you this. Does she have to charge? Otherwise, that knife is not a threat?
Yeah, that knife is a threat, but she doesn't have it sheathed or anything like that, or put at her side. She's waving around. I don't. Proportionate response.
I'm gonna go real quick.
Is that proportionate?
Okay, we're gonna have to expedite this, folks. We're running out of time. So you're on the fence. I get that. Let's go to Tim. In fact, let's go ahead and get a vote. We're gonna vote blind. Tim, how do you say, reasonable or not?
Reasonable.
David, how do you say, reasonable or not? You with us, David? Let's go to Wild America.
Reasonable.
How do you say? Reasonable for David.
Muted.
No worries. Wild America, reasonable or not?
I'm going to go with reasonable.
Apothecary?
Yeah, she had to have gone from the porch to where she was on the ground. She was approaching them, is my deduction. So yes, reasonable.
Very good. Let's post that verdict. All right, folks, that is our show for this Friday night. I think we had a great grand jury. In fact, I want to thank each and every one of you for spending the time with us tonight to do this. And I also want to thank all you guys that are out there watching to spend your Friday night with us. It means a lot. We're going to go into our after party on the X Space. Anybody would like an invite to that, just reach out to us, get our attention anyway. We'd love to have you in there. We'll continue the discussion, and we might even hear what Pinky Polinsky has to say about this last video. But with that, folks, we're going to sign off, and we'll see you next Friday.
Did you ever get any money from Costello?
No.
So are you also known as Duck Torello?
Every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern.
I refuse to answer on the grounds of made attempted.
5 new jurors. Review. Police use of force. Watch them deliberate.
Get any money?
They decide. Reasonable or not.
Money from any of those fellas. None of those fellas.
How will they judge? The grand
I don't
jury.
even speak to the. I mean, I met that Charlie once or twice. I don't even talk to him.
You don't like him?
No.
Follow, subscribe, and
An
comment.
incarcerated individual's use of institutional telephones constitutes consent, and your calls may be provided to law enforcement agencies. Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.